So, are you thinking of visiting Bologna in Italy? Keep watching to find out what to see and do in Bologna, and just as importantly, what to eat, so that you don't miss out on the best that this vibrant city has to offer. I kept my personal favorite for last and added a few bonus ideas at the end as well. Bologna is one of the largest and best preserved cities in all of Europe, and it counts around 20 medieval towers and over 62 kilometers, which is about 38.5 miles, of porticos, which were added to the UNESCO World Heritage List in 2021. More about that a little later. Bologna is situated in the province of Emilia-Romagna, a region in northern Italy nestled between the Apennines and the Adriatic Sea. You may know it as the birthplace of Ferraris, traditional balsamic vinegar, pasta bolognese, Parma ham, and the world-famous Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Truly, this region is a food lover's paradise. Here's a little trivia about the city of Bologna to get us started. Did you know that Bologna has 3 surprising nicknames? They call Bologna the learned, or la dotta, the fat, or la grassa, and the red, la rossa. And together these names tell the story of one of Italy's most fascinating cities. As we explore, let me know in the comments which of these 3 surprised you the most and what parts you'd most like to experience. I am really excited to hear your reactions. Oh, and just one second. Before we dive into the sites, I think it's important to give you a heads up about the people of Bologna. They're just fabulous. Unlike other big cities on the planet that I visited, where people can be super stressed and cold, we were delighted to see how the people of Bologna were super friendly and kind. People seemed genuinely happy to answer questions and engage in conversation. With a vibrant student scene and the deep-rooted traditions, Bologna's locals make it a city you don't just visit, you experience. Okay, so now let's dive into the 8 things we feel you have to experience that will make your trip to Bologna unforgettable.
I'm currently standing in Piazza Maggiore, which is the main square of the city of Bologna. Behind me, you're seeing the Duomo. On the other side of Bobby is Via Clavature, which is also one of the streets that will take you to the market and a lot of fun places to see. So this is really your central point from which you can see a lot of the city. So let's go.
We start our exploring at Piazza Maggiore, the beating heart of Bologna. This grand open square is surrounded by historical landmarks, like the Palazzo del Podestà and the Palazzo Comunale. In the square, you will find the Fountain of Neptune, an iconic symbol of Bologna's pride and political independence. Designed by Bologna in the 16th century, Neptune stands tall, holding its trident, a symbol of the city's strength and resilience. Today, the piazza is used for various events, shows, etc. While we were there, they had it set up as an outdoor cinema. How fun! On the south side of the square, you'll find the Whispering Arch, a fascinating architectural feature. The arch creates an acoustic phenomenon, allowing whisperers from one side to be heard clearly on the other. It's a great spot to share a secret. Imagine the kinds of secrets 16th century Bolognese people might have whispered under this arch. A lover's confession, a political secret, or maybe a bit of juicy gossip? Well, you'll have to visit to hear them for yourself. Fun fact, take a closer look at the trident Neptune is holding. Do you recognize it? It's the symbol used by Maserati, the famous Italian luxury car brand. Why do you think they chose that symbol? Number 2, Basilica di San Petronio. Right in the heart of Piazza Maggiore stands the magnificent Basilica di San Petronio, one of the largest churches in the world. The church's unfinished facade is a testament to the ambitious vision of its creators. The first stone was set in 1390. Originally planned to be even larger than St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, it was scaled back due to a conflict with the Vatican. So it's kept its recognizable half-finished look of lavish marble on the lower half and rough brick above. You can also find the Meridian Line, a solar clock embedded in the floor that tracks the sun's movement. It houses an incredible astronomical clock and stunning works of art. Important note for the ladies, women must cover their shoulders to enter, and filming was not allowed inside, so you'll have to go visit it for yourself. Number 3, the Two Towers. Just a short walk from Piazza Maggiore, Bologna's iconic two towers dominate the skyline. The two famous towers are called Torre degli Asinelli, that's the tallest of the two, and Torre Garisenda. Together, they are known as Le Due Torri, or the Two Towers, and they are iconic symbols of the city reflecting its medieval history. The towers were built by rival families to show off their wealth. In fact, there were many families from the Middle Ages attempting to show off their wealth and importance, since at one point there were over 180 towers throughout the city. Today, about 20 remain. Up until recently, you could climb the stairs to the top of the Asinelli, 498 steps to be exact, but they chose to close it down, and they will be doing significant construction work in the years to come, so we didn't get to climb it. However, we did find a fantastic alternative, which I highly recommend if you want to have this kind of experience, and construction is still underway when you visit Bologna. There is a private tower with an equally breathtaking view of the city, and you get to see both towers from the top of this one. So it's a win-win. The tower is called Torre Prendiparte, also known as Coronata Tower. It was built in the 12th century by the Guelph Prendiparte family as a means of defense. And although it isn't quite as tall as Asinelli, it is the second highest tower in the city at about 60 meters high, which is just a little shy of 200 feet. They allow limited numbers of people in at a time, so reservations are required. In addition, the very kind staff will give you lots of information about the history of the family that lived there and the history of the tower itself and of the city throughout the ages. It's good to know, though, that climbing these towers isn't for everyone. Aside from the effort it takes to go up hundreds of steps, the staircases are extremely narrow and very steep. I won't lie to you, I was nervous going up and coming down. I also felt a little claustrophobic in there, so I just want you to be prepared for what to expect and decide if you want to do this. But I will tell you, once you reach the top, the view makes it all worth it. Still, I wouldn't recommend it for young children or people, of course, with reduced mobility. But if you're able to climb it, it's a really great alternative way to experience the view from the top of the city. Number 4, the porticos of Bologna. Next, take a stroll beneath the famous porticos of Bologna. The city has nearly 62 kilometers, or over 38 miles, of these covered walkways, which were built to shelter scholars and merchants. The porticos are not only practical, but also part of Bologna's historical charm. Some of these porticos date back to the 12th century. As I mentioned earlier, the porticos were recognized as part of the UNESCO World Heritage in 2021 for their unique urban architectural feature and a symbol of community, accessibility, and continuity. Bobby, who is particularly sensitive to heat and sun, absolutely loved the porticos and wished every city in Italy could have them. They are not only beautiful, but they are also very functional, protecting you from the elements of nature.
I love porticos. Portico, because they protect me from the sun.
As you walk through the porticos, you'll notice that they are made in various styles as they are from different periods of time. Keep an eye out for the older wooden ones, as you may see arrows lodged in the wood. Signs of a turbulent medieval period when Bologna was often caught in political and military struggles. It's fascinating to think that these arrows could have been embedded in the wood for centuries, telling their own story of the city. See if you can spot one of these ancient arrows still lodged in the wood porticos. Number 5, the Archiginnasio of Bologna, aka the University of Bologna. Bologna is home to the oldest university in the Western world, founded in 1088 AD. The Archiginnasio of Bologna was the university's main building for centuries. It houses one of the world's oldest anatomical theaters, where doctors once learned about human anatomy. The Teatro Anatomico is made of wood and was built in 1637. It features carved wooden statues of famous physicians and of the famous spellati, skinned men. This is where students once watched dissections of human cadavers, a groundbreaking practice at the time. It's truly a fascinating spot for anyone interested in the history of medicine or just history itself. This is the oldest university of medicine and law of all of Europe. It's so fascinating imagining being here when the first students walked these very hallways. You'll also be able to admire the Archiginnasio's library, founded in 1838, which holds over 850,000 volumes, including ancient manuscripts, Here's another fun fact for you. The university is where the modern degree system was invented, including the bachelor, master, and doctorate degrees.
I'm always impressed by a big library, and this one is amazing. What touches me a lot is that a library or a book doesn't need electricity to be read. And also you don't need Wi-Fi to access to all of that knowledge. So it's very important for me that libraries continue to go on.
Number 6, the Quadrilatero market and food all around. Just off the main square, you'll find the Quadrilatero market. This area is really a fun place where you can deeply breathe in all of the delicious scents and flavors of the Bolognese food. I'm pretty sure we pass through this place almost every day. exploring the shops, enjoying an aperitivo and a delicious glass of wine, or a flavorful lunch, you will find an array of shops selling local cheeses such as the classic Parmigiano Reggiano and Grana Padana, as well as squaccherone, a fresh, soft cheese you can add to so many dishes, and it is so yummy. Don't be shy to ask local vendors for recommendations, as there are so many cheeses to try. I loved the various pecorino cheeses they had. Of course, you will also find delicious cured meats, such as the world-famous mortadella, the best you will ever have in your life. As well, there are tons of varieties of fruits and vegetables, olives, etc., etc. Within the Quadrilatero area, there is also a modern covered food court called Mercato di Mezzo, which literally means market in the middle. Here you will find more delicious food options and restaurants offering a vibrant space to socialize and enjoy some of Bologna's culinary heartbeats. The whole area is a perfect place for lunch, which could mean a delicious piadina, a local flatbread which they also make fried if you prefer, piadina fritta, or a crescentina, another flatbread that you can enjoy in the fried version. Of course, there are so many places to have great food all over the city, including other markets such as Mercato dell'Erbe, as well as a plethora of restaurants, osterias, and trattorias. We even found this cute little place where they bake pasta by the shop window. The place is called Bottega Portici. I don't know if this is weird, but I found it so therapeutic to just stand there and watch. On our last night, we chose to eat at Osteria Tigialleria 051, where simple, affordable, traditional dishes can be enjoyed. Honestly, there are so many good places to eat. I would just encourage you to find one that offers traditional dishes.
So, tonight we're doing our Bolognese evening, meaning we're going to have a typical Bolognese dinner. Unfortunately, it's quite hot, and the foods that we've ordered, though they're typical, are not usually eaten when it's this hot. But because we're tourists, because we don't want to leave the city of Bologna without having eaten the traditional tortellini, and Bobby is going to be having tagliatelle al ragu, which is also the traditional way of eating the tagliatelle. We also have a crescentina, little bites of crescentina here, crescentine. And this wine is very typical of this region. It is called Lambrusco, and it comes in a naturally effervescent red. That should be also quite interesting.
Salute.
We're about to try the gelato from Gelateria Vecchia Stella, which is a recommendation from my friend Francesca. So, Number 7, the Santo Stefano complex, or Le Sette Chiese. This part of the city of Bologna is a concentrate of history, architecture, and faith. Here you will find a collection of buildings built over many generations. The origins of the complex date back to the 5th century, when Saint Petronius, then Bishop of Bologna, founded the first structure. His vision was to create the Holy Sepulchre of Jerusalem here in Bologna, making it a symbolic pilgrimage site for those unable to travel to the Holy Land. Originally, the complex would have consisted of 7 distinct religious buildings, forming a symbolic representation of the key Christian holy sites in Jerusalem. Today, 6 main components are still preserved and can be visited. Personally, my favorite part was the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, San Sepolcro. This is the central and most ancient structure of the entire Santo Stefano complex. It has an octagonal layout inspired by the Jerusalem Church of the Holy Sepulchre and a central tomb structure. The octagon is a symbol of eternity and resurrection, bridging the earthly and divine realms, calling people into relationship with God. But that's not all. A couple of other cool aspects are the interior features a collection of mismatched columns. Some of these are believed to be from ancient Roman or even Egyptian structures. Also, the church is believed to be built on the foundations of a Roman temple. Also, these columns are an example of spolia, the reuse of materials from older and sometimes pagan buildings. And lastly, it remains as a testament to one of the few surviving early Christian buildings in northern Italy and reflects the city's role as a religious and cultural hub in late antiquity. Number 8, the Sanctuary of the Madonna di San Luca. For the grand finale, and my absolute favorite thing to do in Bologna, let's walk the longest portico in the world. This portico leads us to the Sanctuary of the Madonna di San Luca. One thing I have to tell you that breaks my heart though, is that we lost all of the footage we took that day. Bobby and I cried so much over this loss because our shots were gorgeous and they also included great moments with our friends Francesca and Gabriele. Alas, we patched together all we could salvage. The portico leading up to the Sanctuary of Madonna di San Luca is almost 2.2 kilometers, or 1.4 miles long, from the beginning of the staircase to the top, and takes under an hour to walk up. It's a beautiful and unique way to experience the city, especially if you're looking for a scenic walk. As early as the 12th century, this portico was used by pilgrims making their way to the sanctuary to pay homage to the Madonna. Since 1433, the icon has been carried down from the hilltop sanctuary to Bologna in a solemn annual procession. The tradition continues until today, every May, and is a central event in Bologna's religious calendar. Bonus ideas. First one, the Canale delle Moline, or sometimes known as Little Venice. Remember the little window at the top of the video? That little window is called the Finestrella di Via Piella, and it is one of the spots in the city where you can see one of the few visible canals that date back to the 12th century. Our second little bonus for you, for those of you that are music and or jazz lovers, such as Bobby and I, you will be happy to know that Bologna has a street dedicated to jazz icons such as Ella Fitzgerald, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, and several others. The Strada del Jazz was created in 2011 to celebrate Bologna's long-standing connection to jazz music and paying tribute to legendary artists who performed there, and also strengthening its identity as a creative music city. It's right near Piazza Maggiore. As you may have guessed, there is a lot more that could be said about this exciting city, but we hope that we have been successful in giving you a taste of the various ways through which this city and its people might captivate your heart. Now it's your turn to experience it, and if you've enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what part of Bologna surprised you the most. Ciao for now.
The most beautiful woman in the world, trying to find a nice place for us tomorrow to visit. I love you, darling.